Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the December 28th special meeting. Would you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the two items that we have on our agenda today, one is the approval of the 2024 budget, which requires a public hearing. So with that, Kim, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Candelaria.
Here.
Commissioner Lindsay.
Here.
Commissioner Copenhaver.
Here.
Administrator Anderson.
Here.
Attorney McLaren.
Here.
Kim Purcell, Montezuma County Clerk and Recorder. Notice is hereby given that the Montezuma County Board of County Commissioners will hold a special meeting on Thursday, December 28th, 2023, to approve the proposed county budget for 2024. All interested persons are invited to attend this meeting at 9 a.m. For more information, please call the County Public Information Coordinator, Vicki Schaefer, during regular business hours at 970-564-2736. And this public notice was published in the Journal on December 13th, 2023.
All right, thank you, Kim. All right, with that, Travis, I will go ahead and turn it over to you to go through the proposal again. It has been posted online for the last 2 weeks, correct, by statute?
Correct.
So everybody has had the opportunity to review it. And with that, we'll go in and give an overview of what we have now.
So we worked on the budget since approximately February of 2023. The general fund continues to be in a deficit based upon anticipated revenues and increased costs. For 2024, we're expecting to draw approximately $1 million from reserves. Anticipated revenues of $16,488,973. Property tax reductions by the state affected the 2024 budget. We're estimating to lose approximately $450,000 across all general fund spending agencies. As we look through the budget, we had to take into account multi-year actuals, unfilled positions, other budgets, and reduction in additional revenues. For the commissioners, they did increase a little bit, 3.73%. This was due to dues, travel, and training. Clerk's budget was reduced by 18.6%. County treasurer increased 13.3%. This is due to personnel services. Assessor decreased 2.26%. County attorney's office increased 19%, but this was due to them taking on additional roles through the state and overseeing the Department of Social Services legal. Planning, they decreased 0.97%. Veteran services decreased 39.65%. Maintenance increased 2.93%. Administration reduced 9.97%. The cleanup fund was reduced by 43.87%. We did take on additional maintenance agreements from other departments, as well as additional employees. They just transferred from one department over to our category. And just to clarify, administration is not getting a $40,000 and $50,000 raise. I just want to make that clear. We're getting the 5% everybody else is getting. Public trustee increased 3.63%. Natural resources reduced 35.86%. Noxious weeds decreased 11.56%. The IT department, they increased 44%. However, their budget is basically a transfer from one category over to IT. They're undertaking all software within the county, so all the maintenance agreements. Public safety overall, 12.28%. Reduction. GIS increased 6.5%. This was due to maintenance contracts and required training that will need to take place. And then obviously elections had to increase 9.45% due to the 2024 election. So for the resolution, the general fund $17,243,181. Road and Bridge, $6,490,441. Social Services, $25,330,064. Public Health, $2,659,800. Landfill, $2,576,563, and remember, they're an enterprise fund. Capital is $1,018,197,000. ETS is $690,211. Lodgers tax, $200,000. Conservation Trust, $327,880. And the LEA, $1,333,477. Total budget, $57,869,814.
Okay. Questions, commissioners?
No questions. I mean, we beat this around quite a bit.
Okay. So we have beat it around quite a bit. Before I open this up to public comment, I do want to explain to everybody that in November, remember there was an election held, and when Proposition HH failed, the governor, by executive order, then called back the legislature for a 5-day special event. They were up there, and then they came back and they reduced the RAR, the residential assessment rate, and they also reduced and gave a $55,000 reduction to all of the property tax owners, which is another big decrease to our budget. So don't forget that. Everything that we have to deal with is part of what's coming down from the state and by statute. So every time we look at this budget and we have to rebuild it and massage it, it's a really tough deal. Last year our revenues were $18,630,000. This year they're $17 million. So we keep going backwards. Our expenditures are higher. Our insurance costs have went through the roof. Everything that we are doing and that we're paying for nowadays, just like you do, are absorbent. We have to stay within a budget. So with that, I will open this up for public comment. We will have, looks like probably 2 minutes today, and you may come forward, state your name and address for the record prior to providing your comment, and you may address the board at this time.
My name is Alan Mays, 21693 County Road 21 in Lewis, Colorado. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Kim. I know you've been working very hard on this budget for 2024. It's going to be I'm guessing it's going to be a tightening of the belt for the county. I hope that the departments have put a lot of effort into what their budget will be for 2024. And as I've said in the past years, when the budget has come up, I'm hoping that February we don't see a lot of, oh, I forgot that, in the departments, that they missed something that's going to cost them a little bit more. But I know that things are hard. State mandates have to be taken into consideration. When it's a state mandate, it's not something that the county has to take on. It's not a law. It's something that has been proposed. A lot of those state mandates come without any money. They just tell the counties they've got to do this. Well, the county has a lot of power, and they need to tell the state no on a lot of things. I do think that we have a county that has local people that step up whenever they need to. Your budget is based on property taxes. I hope that when those property taxes come up for 2024, 2025, that it's a fair and equal accounting for all of the citizens in Montezuma County. Your role as county commissioners, you were elected to look out for us, the people of the county. And so please, every one of you, and I think you do, I feel comfortable that for the most part you guys do that. I think there are opportunities where someone comes up with money and you have to take it. So anyway, I appreciate your time, and good luck in 2024. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next.
My name's Edward Anderson, live in Cortez, Colorado. So I just wanted to read a little thing that I read to the people in my class. There's 3 things here. It says, let's see, maintainer employee usually carries out regular tasks and responsibilities to ensure things are going smoothly. Focuses on the day-to-day, make sure procedures and everything is working in the moment. Paycheck employee here for a check. That's it. Extra mile employee goes beyond their regular duties. They take initiative, show enthusiasm, and actively seek ways to improve processes and ideas and deliver results. You guys say it's tough, it's your job. Your job is tough. So do a good job. Take the challenge. Don't make sacrifices where it's going to matter most. These people are what make the stability of this county. So if you can consider the numbers, consider the problems.
Thank you. Next.
Good morning. Victor Galarza. I live within Montezuma County. I have been a member of the Montezuma County Sheriff's Office now for 12 years and have paid in blood, sweat, and tears for the honor to serve and protect the place I call home. In regards to the loss of positions, to our agency and budget cuts. With the rise of violent crime, felony assaults on peace officers in our county, and with the removal of several positions and the budget cuts within our agency, this will only place our law enforcement officers in danger, not to mention the rest of the county and its citizens. As a member of the Montezuma Cortez Narcotics Investigations Team, one of the smallest drug task forces in the state, I am investigating trafficking organizations taking a foothold in Montezuma County, who are trafficking not hundreds, not thousands, but tens of thousands of fentanyl pills into our community, kilos of crystal methamphetamine, and several other illegal substances. Don't forget that with drug trafficking comes an array of other felony crimes. And let me remind you that one pill of fentanyl can kill. By removing full-time positions and cutting our budget, this body of elected officials will then hamper our ability to combat this poison from coming into the place we call home. Sheriff's Office employees have a very low salary compared to other agencies in the state and even within the region. We have no real retirement to speak of, and now our jobs are about to get even more dangerous with these cuts. The question: why will we stay?
Thank you. Next.
Hi, Eric Fisher, County Road P. I live out at the Chapel Farm out there. I just wanted to give my opinion on the 7 jobs that are in question and have been cut. I just think that with the recent activity that's happened in our town, and if you look at our map, our crime rate is at an all-time high. And it's scary to think we're going to take the warriors off the street that fight that crime. I go to a church right now where people are hurting still over a man that was shot for a no good reason. And to have those jobs taken away and to tell those warriors, we're going to take away basically what you need to fight with. We're going to take away the ammunition, and the people that provide it is a bad decision. Thanks.
Thank you. Next.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you. So I'm here today just because I happened to pull up the budget last night and I was looking it over.
Can you state your name and address for the
Sure.
record?
Jessica Thurman, Montezuma County. So Travis, can you pull it up to, I think it's the 3rd page where economic development, where that line item is at? So my question is that I was one of the positions, not necessarily the law enforcement positions, that was laid off. And so I was concerned as to why that budget, even though that position has been absorbed or deleted, that why that budget has increased by over $66,000 and where those budget funds have been moved to since that position was cut. Some other things I just wanted clarification on. So at the beginning, Travis, you said the county attorney's office was increased by 19% because of social services. Have there not always been a social services attorney budgeted in that? So why is there that sharp of an increase when we're looking at cutting law enforcement? The other thing is, I wanted just a clarification, and I don't know if I heard it correctly, but the cleanup fund, the $100,000 that we had allocated last year for cleanup for the community, that we helped to do the community cleanup, did you say that was being decreased, or was that an increase? So I needed that clarification. So overall, my biggest concern is I just wanted to know where that extra $66,000 went, as well as I think it was $100,000 that was already budgeted for my position. So where did that go? And is that being figured into that 14% increase that administration is receiving, or is that kind of, we're just shoving that under the rug? I know that economic development is a controversial task within this county, but it's important that we're taking some serious efforts into controlling our growth and doing so responsibly. And I'm afraid that without an economic development person in this position, that's not going to be done responsibly, that we're just going to end up having to be another retirement community, or growth is going to get out of control. So thank you, guys.
Thank you. Next.
Troy Gaddis, 21145 Road P, Cortez. And I was just curious, with the reduction in revenues from the property taxes from the state mandate, the executive order, is it possible to make up some of that income loss from fees, some increases in fees? I was just curious about that. You know, since the state's taking it away, can it be recuperated in another way?
Thank you. Next.
Hi, my name is Susan Barrett. I live at 802 East 3rd Street in Cortez, and I'm concerned with all the drugs and the crime in Cortez. It's gotten so much worse, and I don't know how you can even think of getting rid of some of the officers. And they're doing a great job. They're putting their life on the line for us, the community, and they all deserve a pay raise, not what they're getting now. There needs to be more boots on the ground so that they're safe also.
Thank you. Next.
Good morning, Sheriff Stephen Allen, Montezuma County. I'd ask you not to approve the jail, the sheriff at LEA, because the figures for the permanent salary positions are not correct, as well as the gaming impact grant, which will be discussed on January the 8th. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Good morning. Dina Gutteridge, 803 Stratton Drive in Cortez. And I am begging you to please not approve this budget yet. The federal government does it all the time. Let's go into 2024. Let's think about this a little bit more. The sheriff's office As many of you know, I have 3 of my children in law enforcement here in Cortez. Montezuma County covers over 2,000 square miles. 2 sheriff's officers at a time are trying to patrol that area and keep us safe already. Cutting those positions is going to put us all in danger, put my children, put your children, everybody at risk. This is not a good plan. I beg you to please come up with some other ideas, at least buy us some time in order to come up with some alternative ways of raising money. Give us a year to sort things out. Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Okay. With that, I'll close the public comment of this public hearing, and I will bring it back to the commissioners. Gentlemen, do you have anything? Joe?
This is always a tough time, and it's always hard to make decisions like this. But we've got a lot of other positions in this county that have to be taken care of also. And you notice that road and bridge, everything else is their budget's going down, just like these other departments. Several of these positions were never filled to begin with. So it's not like we're cutting somebody's job. We didn't fire anybody.
So this is our turn to talk. Sir, you will be quiet in this room. You will be quiet in this room, sir, or you can remove yourself. You have 2 choices. Be quiet or remove yourself. This is our turn to talk now. Public hearing is over. The public comment is over. So I would agree with Commissioner Copenhaver. Nobody lost their job. So if that's what's being spread out there, nobody in the sheriff's office lost their job. Grant-funded positions have been lost. That is absolutely correct, and that is absolutely true. With reductions in the budget, there are things that have to be cut, and things have been cut. Like I said in the beginning, the revenue is less, the expenditures are more. How do we raise fees? We've already looked at fees, and we've raised every fee that we have in the county over the last year. So fees have been looked at. Fees have raised. It's a matter of we can't keep spending more than what we have. Like we said, we're already going almost $1 million, just under that, into reserves to provide what we have right now. So the budgets are there. They have been reviewed. Jessica, if you would like to get with Fader later in the afternoon, please do so. You have that opportunity to do that, and she can answer the questions that you have. I will answer the attorney question for you because of the positions that we take on for social services. Social services, that's a backfill position. It's an in and out. It's not basically coming more that we're having to put out. And the cleanup fund should be able to answer that for you too. So, gentlemen, that's really all I have to say. It's a tough, this has been the hardest year that we've ever had to deal with this year. And then what the legislature just did at the end of November, 1st of December, even made it more difficult because of what they're doing. So, gentlemen?
Yeah, this has been difficult, especially the people that have been operating and working on this budget. What hasn't been mentioned here is a reduction in production by Kinder Morgan. Kinder Morgan is responsible for about 50% of our budget. And I don't need any comment from the peanut gallery.
Sir, could you please remove yourself? You obviously cannot stay quiet. It's our turn to talk. You can stay.
You guys say what you said.
Sir, please remove yourself.
You said it to Nolan.
Please remove yourself, sir.
This ain't a public meeting. This is public junk for our county. We can be better. Salute
Please remove yourself, sir.
I'm publicly doing what I want.
Okay, back to it. Kinder Morgan's production now is off 18%. It started out as 36% being off 2 years ago. It's climbed back up. We thought it might come back to normal, but I don't see Kinder Morgan's coming back online with what they have. And that money we became dependent on it. We used that money. It did all of our departments some real good. But now we've seen an 18% cut in that. We're seeing reductions in our property taxes. Our only out is to come back in '24 and ask for a sales tax. And it'll probably be a public service sales tax. And until then, we have to live within our budget. We're not the federal government. We're not the state government. For lack of a better term, this is where the buck stops. And we have to make cuts that we don't want to make. We want to put police officers out there. I'd like to see every road in Montezuma County paved. But just like you, we have a checkbook, and that checkbook's drying up real fast. So with that, I'm done. I'm getting preachy, so.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Anything else, Commissioner? Good.
We have to operate in our own means. And it's not easy. It's hard decisions. You think we want to take officers off? We don't. But I drive all around this state and in the other 3 states around us. I drive all over the place doing vet work and stuff. So I see how many deputies are out patrolling in other counties around this area. And I'll guarantee you what, we got as many right here as any place in this whole Four Corners area, in this county. If you look at the numbers in other counties that are our population, we're way over them. So I don't need to explain anymore.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, let's do. All right, sir, would you like to?
I move we approve the proposed budget for resolution number 24-2023, a resolution to appropriate sums of money for 2024 at the proposed rates with a total of $57,869,814.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept resolution number 24, 2023, a resolution to appropriate sums of money for 2024 in the amount of $57,869,814. Is there any further discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, this public hearing is closed. All right, now we're going to move on to transfer orders and approvals. Travis, I believe you have 4 of them for us.
Yes, sir. This is just house cleaning or housekeeping. So order 5/2023 is to transfer $79,295.49 from the general fund to the bus replacement fund. This is carryover from the 2022 Montezuma County Transportation Grants.
Move we adopt order number 5-2023.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept order number 5, 2023, a transfer from $79,295.49 from the general fund to the bus replacement fund, carryover from the 2022 county transportation grants. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Second is order 6-2023, transfer $1,764,574.19 from the LEA fund to the general fund for law enforcement authority expenses from December 18th through 2022 through December 22nd, 2023.
I would so move we adopt order number 6-2023.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to adopt order number 6, 2023, a transfer of $1,764,574.19 from the LA fund to the general fund for the LA expenses from December 18th, 2022 through December 22nd, 2023. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Transfer order 7, 2023, transfer $251,609.03 from the Conservation Trust Fund to the general fund for the operation of the county fairgrounds from December 19th, 2022 through December 22nd, 2023.
Move we adopt order number 7-2023.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt order number 7, 2023, a transfer of $251,609.03 from the Conservation Trust Fund to the general fund for the operation of the county fairgrounds from December 19, 22 through December 22, 23. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And last, order 8, 2023, transfer from the ETA fund to general fund, $41,450 for support provided by the GIS mapping department for ETA operations.
I move we adopt order 8-2023.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to adopt order 8, 2023, a transfer from the ETA fund to the general fund of $41,450 for the support provided by the GIS and mapping department for the ETA operations. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, gentlemen, that is all that we have on our special meeting agenda today, are 2 items. We have come to the end of our meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn this special meeting on December 28, 2023. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.